Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. So Ohio State's return team didn't help matters out much there. And here he comes, a man who epitomizes the phrase, the tight end's always open, David.
And yes, he is, Reese, and it's so cool. The tight end position now has evolved so much. You can move him all over the field, and you can really highlight a guy of his ability.
Too big for safeties to cover and too fast for linebackers to cover. This is a weapon they've got to take advantage of.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the yard goals, just want positive yards, make the right read the guy, and he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Open space at the 25. Running toward the tape. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Old Dominion's offense will go to work for the first time. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Coming after him. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. To the air, it's Daniels. Feeling some heat. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. The defense was in the dime package. They didn't have to send an extra rusher. The big fellas up front took care of that.
Yeah, and all dime means is I'm bringing an extra fast guy on the field and taking an extra fat guy off the field. But listen, the fat guys still get home. Isn't that beautiful? The big, athletic defensive line still does a great job getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
The Monarchs will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the return, it's Cameron. He's got great speed. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Well, the linebacker showing you read and react. He knew exactly where that running play was going, and he beat the football to the line of scrimmage and forced the TFL.
Gonna run it. It's Jordan. Sweet feet on the move. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the first down.
And they just kind of sneaked that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on 3rd down or hand it off. And he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him, and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someo's athletic enough to...
Can anyone catch him? Running inside the 20. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quick pass on the jet motion. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go, because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and when you get that shouting and you get the quarreling amongst each other, you get some motivation. You need something good to happen early. This first possession, get the football, go make something happen, create some momentum.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big third down opportunity coming here. Looking to throw, it's Daniels. Fires left. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
You got to wonder if this offense is going to go for it here. They're trailing now by a lot. I know there's a lot of football still to go, and I know they're on their own end of the field, but just kind of get the feeling their defense hasn't gotten a ton of stops. They may need to stay out there, and they're going to need this quarterback to make a play.
Running it back, it's Cameron. He gets a block. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The give to the tailback. And he can't get past the 2-yard line, but at least they avoided going backwards. Didn't find a single crack to run through on the last 2 plays. Let's see if they go up top on 3rd and 10. Nice move there. And he froze that defender. He thought he was going to pitch it, kept it himself, and turned it into a big play. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. At the 35, he's got room. Oh, look out. Past the 20. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the points came courtesy of that 80-yard run to the house. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, the running back has it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Finds the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the right. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead, take away all the deep stuff, make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
And he's brought down after a nice game.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop it. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, it will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over 100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to...
The kickoff team is out there, and you can feel the energy. One game to determine the national championship. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will begin backed up off that poor return. Well, here we go. The energy in this building is absolutely amazing, Kirk. We are just 60 minutes away from crowning a new national champion in college football.
And think about it as a player, this is really what you dream about. This is what you work towards, having an opportunity to get to the national championship. Both these teams have worked hard. Now they're here. Let's see how it plays out.
The game makes it second and medium. Looking for a gap. It's Jordan. He's free around the 15. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
Boy, that's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. And seeing another one right here.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Tackle right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
One way to create a rhythm and really start to show your identity as an offense is to control the line of scrimmage. The offensive line here early getting a hat on a hat, and this back, as good as we've seen all year, with the ability to accelerate through the hole, positive yards, play after play here early in the game.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Oh, there's the stiff arm. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Man, these jet sweeps are dangerous. You spend so much time worrying about the pass game or the running back coming between the tackles. All of a sudden, here comes a...
And now the ball comes out. A disastrous play from the start. Defense has got the football. The offense is set up with excellent field position. On first and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. That's a solid gain to move the sticks as the first quarter clock winds down. Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up first and goal. Quarterback pulls the ball. It's a keeper. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. So from the 9-yard line, it's second and goal. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. And he just throws that one away. Took a big shot, but avoids the sack. Offense moving backwards here, a long way from the goal line now. Look at a throw on third and goal. The pocket breaking down. The sack and the play could not escape the pass rush. So now on comes the field goal unit. And that one's straight down the middle. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Return begins inside the 10. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got a choice here in the final minute. Do they get aggressive, try to cut into this lead, or play it safe and point toward the second half? Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. How aggressive do you get on first and 10? They'll run the option. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy and keep this quarterback from running.
Tackled way behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 7 yards. And a timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. So it's 3rd and long from the 29. Defense figures to bring pressure here. To throw, it's Sanders. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. The extra point makes it a 4-point game. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And the returner is brought down. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. They call the counter run here. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Buckeyes will kick it deep to begin the second half. Turn starts inside the 15. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Minnesota offense takes the field. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on first down, but missed it.
Now the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. The last possession, they really had the passing game clicking. Moved right down the field for a touchdown.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Ball handed off. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
The Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. They'll change the pre-snap look now. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up.
The defensive coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Defense stops him short of the first down marker, and that'll do it for the 3rd quarter of play. Begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. We'll try to run it with the option. Pitch to the back. He's found some room at the 45. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a 2-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
He's got it inside the 15. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And the Minnesota offense takes the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. And with nobody open, he chooses to just throw it away.
I really thought that this matchup between this quarterback and his receivers going up against this defense in the national title would have been must-see TV. But, man, this defense, they have won that battle the entire game, and they enjoy a night.
Cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Fumble recovered by the defense, going the other way.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
The Buckeyes line up with a 1st and goal. Check this call on 1st and goal. Receiver gets the handoff. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State. They'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. Extra point up and good. They build the lead to 18 in the final quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the Minnesota offense takes the field. This thing is so out of hand. All you can do now is play for a little shred of pride. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin from their own 11. First down. Looking to throw the football. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up 2nd down.
But these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
He stopped just short of that 1st down marker, inches away from it. The Golden Gophers hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack. It's 4th down and 4. Trying to keep the drive going. And he'll set up to throw. He's running out of time here. And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the 2nd half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
Runs out of bounds near the goal line. Couldn't quite get there.
This defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his...
Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the beatdown continues.
You know, coaches love to see a football team that doesn't get caught up in the scoreboard. They're just out executing and doing what needs to be done. That's what we're seeing from this offense. Yeah, they continue to put points on the board and they're pulling away. I just love to see the execution and how they're going about their business.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Return here from inside the 15-yard line. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. Minnesota offense takes the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get anything going to be able to try to compete in this game. They're down big, and now they're just hoping for that clock to run out.
see if the offense can overcome that sack. 2nd and long. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Couldn't find anybody open and just has to throw it away.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Now a late timeout is taken. 6 seconds showing on the clock. And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. So from his own end zone, he gets the kick away. Ball fielded at the 45. The return man is brought down, and that should do it. We have a national champion. What an emphatic statement to close out this national championship run. You know, the coach told...
And the Hurricanes will kick it away first. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. So the Ohio State Buckeyes return team certainly didn't do the offense any favors there. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are...
Got a lot of running room. The 40.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that play.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. He's got his man. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking for a man. It's Sanders. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they jump on top. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So Miami's offense has its first opportunity of the day. When your quarterback takes the field, you want him to look just like this guy, exuding confidence.
Yeah, the it factor. He's the man. Nobody questions it. Everybody on this team knows they've got his back, and he's the leader.
Everybody in this stadium also knows the offense goes as this guy goes. He has got to play well today.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. They go to the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And the Canes line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. On the move, it's Cameron. He only needs a sliver of daylight.
That's the end of the first quarter. Ohio State 7, Miami.
First down to start the drive after the break. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. On the option. He'll toss it. Lowers those pads. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for.
Hit the afterburners, kid. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And the Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Second down from the 20, and they just need a yard. Give to the big fullback. And the defense was just daring them to throw over the top, and the offense didn't, and they got stuffed. The Buckeyes will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football, Palmer, out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Give to the fullback. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They're setting up the screen, and he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Looking for a block. It's Cameron. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted.
He's off to the races. He's at the 40, the 20, inside the 10. They didn't just jumpstart that drive. They've electrified it, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Dropping back, it's Sanders. And the pass hits, picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And if that don't light your fire, your wood is wet. The best play on a field is when the big boy, the most athletic people on the field, the defensive linemen, make game-changing, awesome, super athletic interceptions.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 14, Miami 0.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Goes to the option. He'll do it himself. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. On 3rd down, going up top. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah.
Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. These guys looking to put the finishing touches on this game with that score.
And I think you feel confident that ends it, right? Late in the game, it would take a miracle for the defense to get back in it. That miracle is no longer coming now.
And he tacks on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 15, here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
And the Canes get it past the sticks. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw, it's James. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. He's looking to throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
At this point, it's a lot about pride for this offense. They're just trying to find a way to get on the board. They have been shut out. That last incompletion, I mean, they're now trying to take shots to see if they can just come up with something. I don't even know if they believe they can get it done. It just feels obligatory, guys, at this point. Let's just throw it up and see.
They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you're trying to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point. But now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points in this game.
A 1st down for the offense. On the ground, it's Jordan. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like, when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the punishment has been extended. And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep.
Set to advance on the football.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. After this, it'll be a wrap. Wants to throw. It's James. Pocket starts to collapse. And they got him. Didn't have much of a chance on that one, and a fitting way to put a capper on this game. This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a The shot that clears will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The Buckeyes offense will have plenty of work to do after that return was bottled up. And this big fella can beat you in a number of different ways in the passing game, David.
Yeah, so much fun to have a guy that I can rely on, that can beat guys over the middle of the field, that can beat man-to-man coverage. This guy's the ultimate weapon.
And I love that this guy has an awesome catch radius. You don't have to be perfect as a quarterback when you throw to him. He can make you look good.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Keep it on the ground. Finds a crease at the 20. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. The 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
I mean, let's go. That's a day's worth of yards right there on one carry. The home run hitter takes the snap, gets the football. He does the rest, shows off the speed, taking it 90-plus yards to the house.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Burgess. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. So the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers offense will take the field for the first time. And as we look out on the field, here comes the man who makes it all go, and that's this quarterback.
Yeah, and he's big time. That's why he's up for all these awards. He's known. Everybody knows exactly what he brings to the table. He can run it. He can throw it. They're expecting a big day from this young fella.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now. All the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield, and make this life hard on this running back.
So third and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Chanticleers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll bring it back. It's Cameron. First and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break.
0.
The give to the back. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, this offense is built behind this guy. I mean, a guy that you can hand the football to consistently and expect positive yards all day long, all game long. Now he's over 100 yards on the day.
The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Ohio State.
You've got a third and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. Smashes through. Moving past the 25. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running is completely...
And he breaks into the open. The 20. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he finished with a 64-yard sprint to the house. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and he gets it back, so you can file that one under. Could have been worse.
And listen, quarterbacks run more nowadays, and we see more of it, but they do have a tendency, because they are a quarterback, to cough it up a little bit. But how about the man? He said, I got this, and jumps back on it, make sure he covers that thing up so he didn't make a bad play for his offense.
We'll see if they can dial up one that works this time on second down from the 14. Back to throw, it's McCoy. They're bringing heat. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse. You see, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Slips through the line. One more snap coming before halftime. Leaves it with the back. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Ohio State 14.
The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half.
Set to kick this one.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled your...
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, the defense knew coming into the second half here, they were going to have to crank up the pass rush, right? They've got the lead. They're going to be seeing this quarterback drop back. How can you affect him? You've got to win up front one-on-one and get home, and they did there on 3rd down.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Fires to the wideout. And that pass intercepted. So you come out of the locker room for the second half, and right away, you throw a pick.
Bad news, too, because you go into the locker room and you sort of regroup, and you start thinking about how you're going to attack this defense, what adjustments you're going to make. You feel like you got a good plan running out of the locker room, and then to throw a pick right away, man, that is a gut punch.
Sweet cut there. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Plows through the defense. Across the 25, he's got room. Is that stiff arm even a human arm? It looks like some type of steel bludgeoning device on his way to a first down. From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. Headed to the end zone. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And padding those stats. And all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
And the point after is good. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession again. The offense is going.
He's going to throw deep right side. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Oh, man, the quarterback almost just threw his 2nd interception on as many drives. He's trying to fit that football in there. It gets tipped up in the air. He's lucky that wasn't picked off.
Back to throw, it's McCoy. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's. Jim's still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
Yeah, and when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back. And that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
Ohio State, 21. Coastal Carolina.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants a big play here late. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up.
Offensively, this is a beautiful time now because now I get to get all my other guys in the game. Guys that don't get to play that much, we're up. This game's over after that missed 4th down conversion. Now we get to get everybody in the ball game, or if you choose, like Jesse probably would, to go pad some stats and get some more catches, get some more rush yards if that's your thing.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
That makes the score. Ohio State, 28. Coastal Carolina, 0.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down.
And the Coastal Carolina offense.
The offense lining up for a first down play. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. They're trying to get to him. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here, and now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the 4th quarter.
And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The shot that clears will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He gets it away from his own end zone. On the return, it's Cameron. Makes a move. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much that this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right?
He's loose. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
35, Coastal Carolina.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
Coastal Carolina offense will take over.
One more play to pad the stats. They'll throw it on first down. Nowhere to go, and now the ball's out. Good job corralling that football, but he couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it'll be a safety. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. And the Black Knights will kick it off to get us underway. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. So Ohio State will have some work to do after that short return. And these guys involve everybody in the passing game, and none more prominent than this big fella.
And the quarterback knows he's going to be under duress in this game. So who do you look for? The tight end. And there aren't many better than this guy.
No, and just big bodies that you can miss a little bit high, and it really doesn't matter. But over the middle of the field, closer throws, so nice to have a security blanket with a great tight end.
That's a really nice run right there. One of the things I love about him, he runs with such physicality and with the toughness. Do you think Woody Hayes, the great Ohio State coach, would have loved to have this guy in his backfield? His running style just marries so well with that. When you think about Ohio State and their tradition at running back, right? With all the athletes they've had throughout the decades, this guy was meant to play in the shoe.
Trying to get to it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Getting some heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Showing the arm strength to the left. It's complete. A huge pickup. Off he goes.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Pushes ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Army Black Knights offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And when you have a quarterback like this guy, the entire offense feeds off of him, David.
Oh, everybody feeds off of his energy, and the whole playbook's open because you can trust on him. He's dependable, Ballmer.
He's also one of those guys, if he gets in a good rhythm, watch out. This dude starts firing strikes.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Really, really nice football play. Man, I got to understand option football. I got to play my responsibility, make sure that I know what I'm doing. Look at the linebacker. Great job doing that. Staying patient, getting to the quarterback, making the big tackle.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. It's a draw. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. The back goes in motion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense has got in there trying to pick up some yards. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the defense doing work. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Man, you should go over the offense, but bro, we don't need to do that. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. The scoop and score. What a lift they can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. They're lining up to kick it away, and that defense salivating after getting the scoop and score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but, man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here.
They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Returner is brought down at the 18. And your Ohio State Buckeyes will take
The
over.
offense set for a first down play. Back to pass, it's Sanders. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Reels it in down the left side. And he's running in the open. And the defense couldn't corral him, and they took it all the way. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And he made the extra point without problem. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinator. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Pressure coming. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Coming after it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, this guy is just starting to take this game over. Sack on first down, sack on second down, and now on third down, this offense, they better identify where this guy's lining up, and they better get him double-teamed because they can't block him right now.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Give to Brown. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Black Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. All teed up and ready to go here in the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Army has it back in the offense ready to go. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speaking, very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. The short hands, it's Brown. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Well, they're throwing this ball to the running back out in the flat. That's essentially an extension of a sweep play, right? But the defender there to bring him down, for a gain of no yards.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, this defense has been dominating their opponent all game long, and I think you're really seeing the fruits of their labor on the recruiting trail. They have got some dudes up front, out of high school, in the portal, and those guys are just wreaking havoc on this offensive line.
And the Black Knights will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He's got great speed. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go.
Makes the catch down the right side. All kinds of running room. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the beatdown has ensued.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march it down the field, and score. There is no end in sight, Lees.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable in that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. It's a draw. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Ohio State 30, Army 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. To throw, it's McCoy. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Bounced right back to them.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. The problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
The Black Knights send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll bring it back. It's Cameron. He gets a block. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, and this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W into the locker room.
The incomplete pass leaves them with 2nd down. Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Nothing but green ahead. Past the 50. At the 30. Past the 10. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently, their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. And the Black Knights decide to punt it away. Bringing it back, it's Cameron. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route is on. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields. Might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
That's caught. It's Brown.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
Feeling some heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Black Knights will call on their punt team. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Running it back, it's Cameron. Smashes through the tackle.
Returner is brought down at the 38. And your Ohio State Buckeyes.
And after this play, the cake will be baked. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Unloads to the right. It's caught downfield. Takes it into the end zone for the touchdown on the final play. The denouement. The epilogue. The finishing touch. There is time on the clock. If there is time on the clock, there is time to put more points on the board. I mean, the scoreboard operator needs to work out too, right?
Yeah, and I guess he's been getting it, and the defense's job is to stop. But
NC State with the kickoff team on the field and just about ready to start. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense will get the first swing of the game. And here comes this quarterback. This entire offense is built around him. He is the engine of the entire team.
I mean, he's the leader. He's the alpha. Everybody looks towards him. He's been doing it all year long. Everybody believes in this young man. Big opportunity, big stage.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. Turns it on in midfield. Afterburner's coming. Oh, he gave him the limp leg. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Wolfpack offense comes out, and they'll go on the attack for the first time today. And there he is. To this team's fans, he is a heroic figure. He is the guy who can lead them to the promised land.
This guy has been in big games and big moments, and he's delivered for his football team. It never seems like a situation is just too big for him. This obviously is a huge game. I cannot wait to see this guy compete.
And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. He's looking to throw it. Pocket starts to collapse. Grabs it in the middle. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
Give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a first at the 32. I was starting to think about what they would do if they didn't pick up the first down here, but I guess that's a moot point now.
Moot point for sure, and the head coach was probably telling them 4-down territory, we're going to kick a field goal, whatever the next decision was going to be, and now the OC's like, don't worry about it. New set of downs, nice execution by this offense.
They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
Really nice pressure by the defense, getting in there quickly, getting a hit on the quarterback, making the quarterback make a quick decision, and he makes the wrong decision. He throws into double coverage, but that's really because of the pressure in his face and the physical hit on him.
Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Steps away to find some room. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. So the big blitz on 3rd and almost unmanageable now leaves him in 4th and pretty much impossible.
Perfect job by the defense, being aggressive, taking advantage of a known passing situation, catching the offense a little bit off guard. Maybe they thought they were going to play a little bit more conservative, but the blitz gets home, and they get the quarterback for the sack.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline, what sort of change.
He's going to fire deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on 2nd down. Quarterback checking the play. Scanning the field, it's Sanders. He's not afraid to go deep. Underneath toast the coverage, got it deep downfield. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Ohio State. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hitting the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind, you'd love to. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that.
And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
This is a tough part of the field. You want to try to create some space and give yourself an opportunity not to throw out of your own end zone. They didn't hold up in protection. They give up the sack, but thank goodness they didn't give up a safety.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Ohio State 14, NC State 0.
And the Buckeyes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Jones. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Not a lot of good things happen when your quarterback gets hurt. When you speed up that processor just a little bit, make him a little bit uncomfortable. The defense doing a little bit of that. I need a little bit more protection from this offensive line.
Looking downfield, it's Dampier. What a snag by the defense. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. From inside the 15, here's the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off cover. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for him.
This defense has a 3-possession lead at this point. You're seeing how dominant they are up front. They have done such a good job recruiting D-linemen, linebackers, guys that can blitz. They've got speed. They found guys in the portal. They've recruited guys out of high school, and they are just eating right now.
So from his own end zone, the punt is away. Looking for a block. It's Cameron. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the second half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. A designed run for the quarterback. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Second and goal coming up. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the stomping has commenced.
And the offense continues to run the football. A second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line, Peyton Holes, continue to feed this man the ball.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Working the middle, it's complete. And the ball's on the ground. The defense grabs it, and they're going the other way.
Well, it's a nice job by him making the catch, but guys, you got to secure the ball and put it away. The play's not over, and give the defender credit for knocking it loose, and the defense jumps on it.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. He rifles one deep to the left. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Oh, look out, there he goes. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Kickoff team has the ball teed up and they're about ready to go. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Looking for a man. It's Dampier. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This
fires one high and deep. And it's picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ballgame, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figure. The Cornhuskers will kick it away to start us off. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. The Buckeyes will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And here he comes just jogging onto the field, but what's going fast, the heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes in the stadium on this guy. And David, you know the defense, they're going to have to find a way to try to slow this guy down.
And he's going to touch it every...
Going for a big play right off the bat. Makes the grab on the left side. The expressway is wide open. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to slam in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes! I can't imagine that going any better.
What a great start for this offense. Opening drive, come out, have success. You know, most offensive coordinators script their first 5 to 10 plays. Looks like that script worked pretty well.
But see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Nebraska's offense has the ball for the first time. There he is, the man who makes everything go, and they believe they're going to score every time they touch it when he's on the field, Jesse.
He plays with unbelievable confidence. Reese always knows where to go with the football. The entire playbook is at this guy's disposal.
Yeah, which is so much fun.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And Ohio State makes a ton of highlights with the big pass plays, but this defense has turned in its share over the years, too.
So many guys that we could go back. The Bosa brothers, Chase Young, just...
And now they've lost the ball here. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Woo, deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
And this crowd is losing it, frenzied after the back-to-back sacks, 3rd and long coming up. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? The Huskers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the return, it's Cameron. He only needs a sliver of daylight. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. They're bringing heat. He uncorks one deep. Pulls it in on the left. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. Fresh set of downs after the completion. To the air, it's Sanders. Right down the middle. Wide open downfield. The Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ohio State. Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game. And the pass is intercepted. and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Looking for a deep man. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From his end zone. Needs to be careful here. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Open runway ahead. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. They're going to run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes. The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Got it in the middle. It's White. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Huskers will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. All lined up and ready to go for a great second half ahead. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too. Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. They're trying to get to him. And the ball is intercepted. Takes it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
I'll tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Touchdown, Ohio State! And the punishment has been extended.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to Pater. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll go right back to it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
Trying to get to him. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You could tell breaking on the football really, really well, seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it, almost had another interception.
The Cornhuskers line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Running it back, it's Cameron. Slips through the line. Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. He's going up top. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Running wide open down the gut of the field. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. A 1st down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense. Getting the sack, getting the fumble.
Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. The give as they work on that clock. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They could make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really, really well. Listen, the intermediate passing game like this has taken over college football, short to intermediate. So if they can find some of this, it'll help their offense moving forward.
And it's picked off for the third time today. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's almost over.
To the air, it's Sanders. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, you move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Getting some heat. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. You just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. Pressure coming. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
The Huskers will bring the punt team onto the field. On the move, it's Cameron. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to
send it downfield. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. After the misconnection, it's second down. From his end zone, looking to throw. Got to take care of the ball. Makes the grab down the left side. Running toward the tape. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the beatdown has ensued. I don't think these two are going to be exchanging holiday greetings this year after this game.
No, and I'll tell you what, we've seen a lot of cool handshakes where you're getting fired up and coaches are getting after each other. We'll get a little bit of that there. You can take a knee, you can run the clock out, but they chose not to, so deal with it.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. From inside the 15, here's the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Line gets set, first down. He's going to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all three phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to
Kickoff team on the field, ready to start this postseason classic. And he takes this from inside the 5. So Ohio State's offense is going to be backed up thanks to that lackluster return. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the stars. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
Coming after him. Taking a shot on the first play. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
QB overthrowing an open guy like that, that is just a kick in the gut for this team.
And after a couple of misfires, this offense looking at 3rd and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the run. Can anyone catch him? Crosses midfield. The 30. At the 20. And he slipped through the crowd and he'll house it. Touchdown Buckeyes.
How about the aggressive play call backed up near your own end zone? Your quarterback drops back in the end zone. If he gets tackled, it's a safety, but it pays off. The defense is a little too aggressive, takes the big shot down the field, and he walks in for a 98-yard touchdown pass.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So Clemson's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And, David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws, the whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
Offense getting set for first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he had him right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they missed an opportunity for a nice play on first down. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. He's looking to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the 4th down.
Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown.
He tries to take the top off. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Inside the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State.
What an enormous play, the 99-yard touchdown pass. But, Palmer, when you're in that end zone and you're backed up and you could take a safety, what's going through your head?
Oh, man, your clock's going off. You know you got to get the football out quick, but I'll tell you, you're also licking your chops because you know in this area of the field, you probably have one-on-one opportunities to the outside. So if you get time and you're able to make an accurate throw, you could hit pay dirt, and they just did right there, going 99 yards to the crib.
From the gun to give, looking for room. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
13, Clemson, 0.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Barnes. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Now, on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes a move. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. 2nd and 10 after the previous play. From his end zone, he'll have to get rid of it. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. Number 1 objective here, no turnover. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. So they come to the line with very little choice but to go for it in it. He's taking the shot. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes. First and goal and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. Trying to pound it in. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
The defense there has their backs against the wall. That's a great job of really just gearing down, getting some push up front, not giving away anything, and making that play and that tackle.
Forced out of the pocket. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. It's good.
I know they're trailing going into the locker room here at halftime, but kicking that field goal gives them a little bit of a jolt, a little bit of a boost of momentum that they can carry with them into the second half. And there's a lot of football left to go here. I can't wait to see what happens.
On the move from inside his 5. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it, recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Looking for a block. It's Cameron. He's got great speed. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end. Looking for a huge play. Makes the catch on the left. Oh, look out! 10! Touchdown, Buckeyes! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet. But I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. New set of downs after that completion. Looking to move it through the air. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On second down, he's looking downfield. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Clemson jumps to the line. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires the pass, intercepted. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. Couldn't ask for better field position for this offense. He'll start this drive firing. Snags it. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Looking to throw, it's Sanders. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the route is on. A lot of glorious days in the history of the Buckeyes, and this might put this guy right at the top of the list for a single game.
And that list of names is incredible. Like, we can go down the list of so many guys that have been such great playmakers, so dynamic. So to think about putting yourself in that category, we're going to be talking about winning trophies and this guy being an All-American by season's end.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. And the returner will be brought down. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
I just love the effort by the defense on this play. We're late in the game. It's in the fourth quarter. Guys are tired, and they're not able to get to the QB right away, but they continue pursuing him, and they're able to get to him outside of the pocket. Nice job.
Feeling some heat. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incomplete.
And that ball is picked off. Got some room to run. Couldn't find much room on the return, but what a costly miscue, and they've got it at the 26-yard line. The offense starts with a short field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. It's complete. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. So not even the pass interference could stop that play. They'll decline the penalty, and they have the touchdown. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. First down here from the offense. He wants to throw. Pocket starts to collapse. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blow.